Hey guys, what's up? I'm Sush and you're watching Shanwell. I'm back with another video and today we'll be discussing about drones. Without any further ado, let's get into it. So generally when you think about drones, you get an image like this in your head. So this is a phantom. It is commonly seen in marriages, weddings and functions, etc. This is a very common drone for all cinematographers and photographers as such. Now this drone can do a lot. It can record in 4K, it can do a lot of stuff. It has a gimbal. So the ones who do not know what a gimbal is, it is a device which holds your camera in a steady state using motors on 3 axes or 2 axes depending on the gimbal. So what this gimbal does is it uses your initially stabilizes the camera based on your horizon and using a gyroscope, and once the level is set, it tries to correct itself to the center of the frame, so it no matter how you shake it, the camera stays in the center. So this drone has a gimbal, it can record in 4K, it's too good. Now what is the disadvantage? Before I talk about what it can do and what it can't, let me just show you a footage of this. This drone is basically slow and for cinematic shots, and it has some pretty cool capabilities. Now I'm not saying it's bad. Problem is it's a bit expensive. It comes in around above 85 to 1 lakh. So there are heavier drones and more capable drones like the Inspire series or the Matter series. There's a new genre of drones coming up and they are gaining popularity quite a lot, and they are known as FPV drones or FPV racers and even Cinewhoops. So what does an FPV drone look like? It looks something like that on the wall. So let me go grab it quickly and I'll be right back. I'm back. So in my hand this is a FPV racer. This drone can do a lot of things that the DJI Phantom or the other cinematic drones can do, but this has way more capabilities than any of those drones have. This drone can do flips, it can do acrobatic moves and a lot more. It can do flips, rolls, dives. FPV stands for first person view. So this quad basically is like a first person view into your goggles. I'll show you what I mean in a few seconds. But before that, to those who have never seen what an FPV drone is, it is a completely custom made. You can choose your own specs and components for this thing. If you guys do not know, I'm a huge FPV fan, and the reason I got into this hobby is because of a YouTube channel called as Rotor Riot. So I'll link them down in the description, do check them out. And there's a guy called Joshua Bardwell. If you guys are interested in building one of these and have no idea where to start, he is the go-to guy for all your FPV drone needs. All the parts are individually assembled. I had to order each and every single part individually through a Chinese website known as Banggood, and then put it all together in. So you need to know a bit of soldering and a little bit of electronics, and then you need to know how to tune this thing. That is the biggest headache, because if you do not know how to tune your quad can do all sorts of crazy things. It can flip over, it can literally hurt someone real bad. And speaking about hurting some, these drones are literally killing machines in the air. So if you are new to the hobby, I suggest you, if you are building these kind of drones, you better start practicing on the simulators. Put hours at least of 20 to 30 hours on the simulator until you're comfortable on the sticks and you can go fly out. Because as you can see, there's no protection no matter what, and the blades are completely exposed. So if this thing comes at you, and this thing is not slow, let me tell you that. This thing can reach speeds up to 90 miles per hour. Whenever anyone is flying these kind of quads, please do not just walk in and just get yourself hurt. This is a 5-inch quad. As you can see, it's really small, and whenever you're flying in the air at speeds which are extremely fast, you're not able to keep up with the orientation of the quad. So you might end up crashing it and completely destroying it. So that's why we have this camera here in the front. It is called a FPV camera. This camera is by Foxeer. It's a pretty famous brand for FPV flyers. What this camera does is it gives you a cockpit view of the drone as it is flying in the air. You can navigate around wherever you're flying. And we have the brain of the drone, which is the flight controller. So what the flight controller does is it monitors the entire drone's activity, and it keeps the drone in the air, giving it all kinds of signals, commands based on your commands given from your transmitter. ESC stands for Electronic Speed Controller. What this basically does is it tells your drone how fast your motors need to spin in order to keep it in the air. Now that instruction to the ESC is given by the flight controller. Then we have a VTX. VTX, what it basically does is it takes the signal from the camera here and it feeds it through the flight controller. What you can do through the flight controller is we have something called OSD. OSD stands for on-screen display. If you've seen Iron Man, whenever he has a suit up scene and then you can see through his face plate, you have all these options in front of him. You can see there's markers and target pointers and all that. That's basically some kind of OSD. So on-screen displays, what they do is they give you a better understanding of what is happening inside your device. Suppose in this kind of situation, this drone, the main thing that we need to monitor is the battery level. What the OSD does is it gives us the current battery levels and what is the current draw, and whenever there's a battery low, it gives us a warning. So that's helpful, and you can see there's a lot of details. You can see your mode. This is the antenna which is used with the VTX. This is also from Foxeer. So basically that's covering up the entire drone. The frame is made out of carbon fiber because we need to make it light, as well as we need to make it durable, because this thing is prone to a lot of crashes. Especially when you're learning, you will be crashing this a lot. I actually crashed this into the tree in the college and still it survived with just a prop bent, so that is not a big issue. But basically this thing is pretty tough. You can mount a GoPro or action cam on the top here so that you can record your footage while on the air. Whenever your battery dies off, this thing will just fall out of the sky like a rock. So you need to monitor your levels in the goggles, as well as when you deal with LiPos, you need to be really careful. LiPos are extremely dangerous batteries because whenever you are charging them, your phone, there's a less chance of it exploding than your LiPos, because LiPos are very prone to exploding. If you leave your LiPos unattended while charging, there might be a risk of fire. So LiPos need to be handled a lot carefully. When you fly these things, if you discharge them below the expected level, your battery may completely die out, like you may not be able to use it. So these are a few things that are to be considered if you're joining into the hobby. And one more thing is that this is not a toy, this is a serious hobby. So if you are into aviation, this thing is like a dream come true. So that's basically it for this drone. Let me go and get the goggles for you real quick. So guys, this is a FPV goggle. So what you can do with this is you can view your FPV footage straight from your quad into this thing. So you basically have a complete FPV view in your goggles from your quad. As your quad is flying around in the air, you can view where it is going and what's your status in this goggles, because you can see it on your screen. And you don't have to be worrying about losing your quad and what is your battery level, because all will be indicated here if you have sorted it the right way. Guys, if you have liked this video, please do share and subscribe. I'll be making more content in the future, so please do show your support, and that is it for this video. Thank you.